At 2 o'clock in the morning, someone knocked on the dorm room door. "It's Emma. I forgot my key. Can you open the door for me?" I was jolted awake. Groggy and slightly irritated, I dragged myself out of bed. But just as I was about to turn the handle, a hand pulled me back. I turned, and there she was. Emma, my roommate, standing behind me with terror in her eyes. "Don't open the door," she whispered. "It's Rowan." I stared at her, confused. "Aren't you the one outside?" She clamped her hand over my mouth, shushing me. "That's not me. That's Rowan pretending to be me." Rowan. I'd heard the name whispered before, always in horror stories. No one knew what it looked like. Rumor had it that it was the king of primates. Monkeys, upon seeing it, would willingly rip their own heads off to offer to him. But Rowan didn't crave monkey brains. No. What it truly craved was human brains. It could mimic anyone's voice. Just now, Rowan had copied Emma's voice to lure me to the door. Had I opened it, my brain would have been its prize. I scoffed. That's such a cliché ghost story. Not even as good as the ones I heard as a kid. Emma looked more desperate now. "Then explain this. If I'm here, who is outside the door?" Just then, the voice came again, more pitiful this time. "Hey, are you there? I'm cold. Please. Open up!" The voice was identical to Emma's. I was paralyzed with fear, and yet, in the next second, my feet moved on their own. As if under a spell, I turned toward the door. "Stop!" Emma's scream broke the trance. I looked down and realized my hand was already on the doorknob. Rowan's voice was hypnotic. "Get in bed. Put your headphones on. Max volume." Back under my blanket, with music blaring in my ears, I finally silenced the voice outside. But sleep was impossible. I lay awake until nearly 5 in the morning, eyes wide open, dreading the moment Rowan would break in. The next morning, I stumbled into the bathroom and bumped into another dorm mate, Grace. She eyed me warily. "I heard what Emma told you last night. She lied. Emma is Rowan." My heart dropped. "That's insane." Grace pulled out her phone. "Rowan doesn't just mimic voices. He wears skin. He eats people, hollows them out, and slips into their skin. That's how he pretends to be them. He gains their trust, and then eats the rest." She showed me a photo she had secretly taken. The angle was crooked, the image grainy, but unmistakable. A stitched line ran across Emma's neck, like a seam where skin had been sewn back together. I felt my knees buckle. "You're saying that's not Emma?" Grace nodded. "She's using Emma's skin. The real Emma is gone." No. We live together every day. I'd noticed something like that. "Haven't you noticed she likes sniffing your head lately?" I froze. Grace was right. Lately, Emma would lean in close and take long sniffs near my scalp. "I just thought she liked my shampoo." "No, she thinks your brain smells delicious." Bao returned to the dorm and was instantly hit by a greasy, meaty stench. Emma was seated at her desk, eating what looked like roasted brain. The smell made me gag. She looked up. "You okay?" "Yeah, just didn't sleep well." Emma shrugged and picked up another skewer, this one dripping blood. "Duck intestines, only half cooked." I remembered Grace's warning. He not only eats brains, he hollows out organs too. I tried to stay calm, to act normal. But Emma noticed, me trying to back out of the room. "Where are you going, Ellie?" Her voice was soft, innocent, but it chilled me. Before I could answer, Grace returned. I shot her a look and whispered, "I think she knows we're onto her." Grace whispered back, "Run." She turned to leave, but Emma's voice followed her. "Grace, can you send me the link to your shampoo?" We froze. Emma looked sheepish. "I really like the scent. I hinted a few times, but you didn't get it, so I'm just asking now." I blinked. "So, it's just about the shampoo? If possible, send the shower gel too." I glared at Grace. "This is what you said. Was Rowan?" I stormed out. Grace chased after me. Wait, you can't seriously think I made it up. You heard Emma talk to me last night. You knew the story and just repeated it. No. Rowan is smart. It probably overheard what I said and acted it out to trick us both. She took a deep breath. My family, we've been hunters for generations. When I was a kid, I saw a creature in the mountains. Wore human skin. Same neck seam as Emma. Emma's been getting up at night a lot, she added. She's trying to cover it up with makeup. Watch her tonight. You'll see. That night, I waited. I heard movement. Emma slipped out of bed. She didn't go to her desk. She walked directly to mine. My eyes fluttered shut. I felt her breath on my scalp, her nose pressing close. Her fingers grazed my head, scratching, digging. She was going to eat my brain. I summoned courage and grabbed at her face. She held me down easily. Her eyes gleamed black in the darkness, thin and shining. I was doomed. Then she leaned close and whispered, "Do you smell that foul odor?" I hesitated, and then I smelled it. Rot. Decay. It was coming. From Grace's bed. Emma whispered, "That's Rowan's scent." After school the next day, Grace found me. I instinctively took a step back. "You're avoiding me," she said. Last night, Emma didn't use makeup. You were wrong." "No, she must have done it before you noticed. Let me ask my dad." She called her father, Mr. Reed, and put the phone on speaker. He spoke urgently. "If Rowan recently ate someone else's brain, the skin might last longer. But your friend Ellie, she's special." My breath caught. He knew my name? I've seen her photo. Her skull structure is rare. If Rowan eats her brain, his powers will multiply. That explained everything. Why Rowan hadn't attacked yet. He was waiting, watching, planning. "Don't ever be alone with Emma, and trust no one," Mr. Reed warned. After Grace left, I stood by the dormitory door, conflicted. Emma had the skin seams, but Grace smelled like decay. Then again, I only knew what Rowan's scent was because Emma told me. What if Emma was lying? Someone tapped me on the shoulder. I turned. It was Mrs. Watson, the dorm's manager. Her face was pale with fear. "Why? Were you just walking with Rowan?" she asked. "What? I'm over 50. I've seen things. That was no human, no matter what skin it wore." My head spun. Grace? Rowan? But she'd been helping me all this time. I voiced my doubts. Mrs. Watson didn't argue. Instead, she pulled out her phone and played a recording. "I recorded your conversation." I frowned at the invasion of privacy until I heard the audio. There was only one voice. Grace's. No male voice. Just a strange series of sounds. Guttural, monkey-like, trying to mimic human tones. It was not human. The voice on the other end wasn't her father, and if Mr. Reed wasn't real, what was Grace? Suddenly everything clicked. Emma's warning, the smell, the seams. Grace was Rowan. All this time she'd been playing both sides, feeding me just enough fear to isolate. Me, to fatten the prize. Mrs. Watson's next words shattered the last piece of my sanity. "You were 4 in your dorm. Did you ever wonder what happened to your 4th roommate?" My heart stopped. She was talking about Joanna, the one we never mentioned. Would you have opened the door? Comment yes or no below, if you dare. And if this story haunted you, subscribe for more chilling tales every week on Fear and Tale.